everyone, and welcome back to Davilo's Journey. It's episode number 46. We are here at Canada for Montreal, the street circuit, one of my personal favourite tracks, which means it's Sergio's favourite track, if you get what I mean. I control him. But we are here, and we have got 35 laps of pure brilliance. We have got a Mercedes on pole and a Mercedes in third, only separated by one man. That is the four-time world champion, Sebastian Vettel. We are in 2015, which means at this point in time, the cars really should have a jumbo jet sized penises on the front, but they don't, because this game does not move forward. You've got Alonso in fourth, Webber in fifth, Kimi Räikkönen in sixth. They are some standout drivers. We are in a crucial battle now where we still believe in our very final season on F1 2013, I would assume, unless of course I get my backside going. This will probably be the last season F1 2013, but ladies and gentlemen, I have got some fantastic new Davilo journey. We'll be moving on to F1 2014, so that will continue, and this will be like a really long, hopefully it'll be a really long career mode, and it's probably one of the most longest spanning solo career modes, so like one guy going through the whole thing on YouTube, so you should think yourselves lucky. But we are here, you've seen the setup. I think we've ran 4-1 wings in qualifying, which actually worked out very well. We finished 4 attempts up, saying that I do know how to do this track reasonably well. We've got 2 drivers with yellow helmets, obviously the same way as Mercedes would be, but this season we've got no drivers with yellow helmets. But we're in Nico Rosberg's car number 9. We've got 5 lights, and we are away for the Monaco Grand Prix, Montreal. The Canadian Grand Prix. We are here and we're ready to go. So going into turn 1, we had a little bit of a rear lock-up, but overall pretty good. The tyres are cold, need to get them up to temperature. Minor lock-ups, but overall rather decent getaway there. And I think Lewis Hamilton has been shutting down a few positions. You can see Alonso's up into third, going through this complex as we come through onto lap 4, exiting out the corner. Sergio has actually pulled away quite nicely from the pack, and he actually sets the fastest lap of 1 minute 16, dead pretty much. 6 attempts up on the previous fastest, and he's 4 seconds up on Vettel. And we go through on lap 5 now, coming through the final chicane, beautifully taken there. Nice, using some curves, going up into 6th gear, 170 miles an hour as we cross the line, and that is another very good piece of driving from Sergio. Coming around now this corner, we got we're on lap 7 now, and Sergio decides, you know what, I'm coming into the pits, I need to just keep it going. And this actually, we're sticking to the strategy, so we've pulled away, and as you saw there, the gaps are increasing, so he's clearly got pace. He probably could have got an extra lap on these tyres, which really, from the weather, it's very dynamic, and it looks like there will be rain. There's a 3.214 in the pit stops, a decent stop from the guys. At this point in time, I am absolutely baking in my room. I would have the fan on, but I don't want to have background interference for you guys. And you can see Lewis Hamilton, one of the only cars to get out there, as we do come out ahead of, I think that will be Mark Webber or Massa. Coming round now, I think it's Felipe Massa. We probably won't find out, but yeah, Lewis Hamilton, one of the only cars to not pit because of his teammate. As you come through now, you can see Hamilton has pulled away quite a large gap from the rest of the pack as we go 7 tenths faster with a 1 minute 15.7 there. Good time as we come down using some more curves, and you can see we're coming up to the back of the pack, and if you look on the mini map down below, it's now a 9.4 second gap. So Sergio has got some absolutely riveting pace around this track coming through. That's the first time we get a corner cut through that corner, which is one reason to show. But I think now as we come through, absolutely a beautiful lap. It's a 1 minute 15.3, 7 tenths up again in that final sector, meaning we're setting fastest laps. And you can see there's a trio of a Marussia, a Caterham, and another Marussia. As you can see, Max Chilton in dead last. What a shocker as we go through him now, and that's Max Chilton pass. So that's the first lappy of this Grand Prix. We're coming through now, Charles Pic, who turns in on him, and that is a very, very near miss, but luckily for Sergio, nothing comes of it. If Charles Pic would have clipped Sergio, I think he would have been in some deep trouble. We're coming up now, Jules Bianchi, who clearly is actually kind of pulling away from the rest of the cars. So Jules Bianchi quite quick, as you can see now. The rear end just slides away from him there. A little bit unfortunate, but he pulls it off and has the acceleration. A little bit of a clip back to Bianchi, but that's respect from 2 guys who have been series on my channel. Many of you have asked where Bianchi is, and I will hopefully get a series out on the next game, maybe even on this game if you want it. But we come through lap 16, and there's the final Caterham, who's actually done really well. Van der Gaar has pulled away from the rest of the pack, and next up I believe is a Toro Rosso of Daniel Ricciardo. As you can now see on lap 21, we've skipped forward quite a substantial amount of time, but we are now getting some rain on the track. We're 15.1 seconds ahead of Lewis Hamilton, and now Sergio has a big issue. He has to make a choice. At this point in time, he would have to pit for another set of primes, which if he plays his cards right, he can just keep these primes, because he's very well at keeping these tyres nice, and he's got +2 laps of fuel, so he has got the chance to have pace if he does fall behind. But he probably won't, so what he wants to do is now he wants to save these tyres and go for a 2-stop, where everyone else will have to probably, if they pit for primes again, have to go on a 3-stop, because the rain is coming down heavily and it looks like it will be intermediate weather come around lap 28 to 29, so he really needs to hold it out. And you can see now they're saying pit stops as we go breeze past Daniel Ricciardo, I believe that was, but you can see the rain is coming down. It's nothing major at the moment, but I really think as you see against DRS there, it would be wise to keep it going. And you can see he's not setting bad laps, but you can see the track is very greasy, and get a corner cut after losing the rear end. I think the game, that would, if you got a penalty for that, I think that'd be something really annoying. Now, looking at the race directors, you can see nobody's gone in for intermediates yet, so just quickly having a nice check up to see how the grid's going. But we're 12.1 seconds behind Hamilton now, who, well, for some reason Hamilton hasn't come into the pits either, so I think what Hamilton was doing, Hamilton was planning to go a longer run, extend the tyres, and then try and get past Sergio through the end of the race. But sadly, Sergio's keeping it going because he has the same idea as Hamilton, obviously. So the cars are firmly in Sergio's favour now. And he just needs to keep them, and he needs to bluff his way through this race as he goes past Bottas after getting a corner cut through the final corner, coming through a 12.1 second gap. Now you're coming through the hairpin again, you can see the grease on the track is still very, very slippery, and this is not the way he wants it to be. I think he's going to move, and there you can see now he's getting ready, he's pitting for intermediate, so lap 25 going on to 26 he will be on intermediates. Now I'm not sure whether the conditions are well enough, but you can see he is struggling a lot, and he's not pulling away from Bottas, and he's losing time to Hamilton, so it would be a wise choice to come in now for a set of intermediates. You can see just double checking, getting them intermediates on. We come in and we need to keep a close eye on Lewis Hamilton, who, if you look on the mini-map now, he's also coming into the pits. So Sergio's in and out, and I would expect now Hamilton might get a minor hold up, but probably nothing major coming through now. So you can see all the other cars coming through, and I don't think he's lost anything to Vettel, but there we go. Sergio, a little bit of a lock up there as he's on the marbles, but probably in a lap's time, even this lap, you can see there's a lot of spray coming from the front tyres. So yeah, he's got a little bit of understeer there, but I think in a few laps time, maybe even half a lap time, because this middle sector is absolutely damp as hell. We're coming through now on lap 20 out, and you can see the wet weather has hit the track, and I think now anyone who's on prime tyres will probably decide that they need to go ahead and stick on some prime intermediate. Sorry. And if you look on the minimap now, we've enlarged it, and you can see Lewis Hamilton's in the pits again, so he obviously pitted for prime tyres on his first go round. So it's a poor decision from Hamilton. He should have gone the way of his teammates, but he took the risk. He thought the weather wouldn't be that good, and it was a risky thing. Hamilton, it was just the AI there. He went for the longest stint. It would have been a lot wiser for the guy to have gone to intermediates, but he comes out 24 seconds behind. So Sergio now, with only I think it's 8 laps remaining, 8 full laps remaining, he has got a nice position now. You're coming through on lap 28, we're coming through, there's Adrian Sutil, that's car number 16, and that's nicely done as we come through. We're going to have another look at it. We're coming through, breaks into this corner, lock up horrifically, and you can see this is just how weird it is, because it's not intermediate, and not full prime yet, but it probably will be in the middle sector and compared to the hairpin, so it really shows the density of this track and diversity it shows. You're coming through now, corner cut there, there's Charles Pic, who we're going to lap for a second time, and I believe behind him there's Pastor Maldonado, so that's car number 13, he's in 13th place, so he's past him, so Sergio's on fire at the moment, and Maldonado coming out on fresher tyres, but Sergio has to make these tyres last another 6 laps to go to the end. On lap 30 now, braking very late, you can see the spray's up, and it even looks like it could possibly be wet weather tyres coming onto lap 34, but obviously by then there's no point because of the conditions. But Sergio could do, if push comes to shove, go onto a set of wet tyres. If it was a 100% race, easily it would have been wet tyres, considering wet tyres now. But there goes Guido van der Garde, so there goes Sergio, and he's up through the final corner, doesn't hit the wall of champions, doesn't even get a clip. A 24 second gap now. We're coming through lap 34 to 27 second gap now, so that's really huge. If you look on the mini map, you can see Sergio going for the hairpin, and they're only just almost concluding the first sector. Esteban Gutierrez there, Sergio getting a nice line through the hairpin, really finding some pace in his car. He must love the wets. He gets a little bit there, he thought he would go past, but Esteban Gutierrez kind of just sat in front of him, didn't choose a side, so Sergio had to move around him, and Sergio wanted to get the shortest line possible. He didn't, almost could have been a massive failure, but luckily nothing major comes of it. As we come now onto the final lap, just after going from the penultimate lap, Sergio is looking very solid in the position he's in. He doesn't really look like there's many challenges. Nice line through the hairpin, 26 second gap. I don't really think you can pull that in on 2 straights, but nevertheless, it's been a fantastic drive from Sergio, probably one of his best drives of his career. Stick it in rich fuel mixture, and even if he pits now, he will join in first position. So a very well deserved victory from Sergio. Fastest lap, pole, and a victory. The triple, the perfect Grand Prix. He's always had success at Canada, and this is his time now. Get that weaving going as Sergio Davilo finishes in first position at the Canadian Grand Prix. It's a 1-2 for Mercedes, Lewis Hamilton in second, Fernando Alonso I don't think gets the podium, so that's even sweeter for Sergio, his old teammate and his kind of rival in a way. But that brings us on to another subject very shortly, as Esteban Gutierrez got a 10-second time penalty for the incident with Sergio. I'm now going to move on to the other subject. I have a choice of rivals, and the rivals are either going to be a Red Bull, Fernando Alonso, Massa, both Red Bulls, and probably that's it. Yeah, both Ferraris and both Red Bulls, more than likely. So, guys, I need you to tell me who you would like to see, because obviously, if we well, obviously we're going to have to pick a rival. It probably won't mean much, but if we do go into another season, then I'd like to know who you guys would like. So we're fourth in the Drivers' Championship, 72 points, 55 behind Mark Webber, who didn't finish on the podium today. That's the first time really he hasn't been dominant. 108 points, we are behind Infinity Red Bull Racing, and Scuderia Ferrari are only, from what I can see on my screen, only about 20 points ahead, only just above 20. But it's been a fantastic race. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I hope you guys will come back next time. Please leave a like, subscribe for more, follow me on Twitter, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.